career. Find out more. Visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Just working with our company, you're going to get to work with a lot of bright individuals.
Everyone is open and ready to help you, and definitely big on advocating for making sure that you succeed and reach your potential.
Everyone's goal is the same, to make the best products that we can for our clients and make sure that it is everything and more that it could be.
What's kept me here? Our culture. We're genuinely a very great group of people. Everyone's just always willing to lend a hand.
When I have a suggestion or a concern and I voice it, leadership actually hears me.
As a consultancy, every person has a role and has something to bring to the table. There's just a lot of opportunities here if you're up for the challenge.
Jump on board, be part of the fun ride, because we're going places.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with a blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique, You order today, carry out tonight. That's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Oh, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Hey, Indiana. Let's clear the air about vaping. Glue, rat poison, paint. We all know these products contain poisons like formaldehyde, arsenic, and lead. And these are just a few of the chemicals you'll find in e-cigarette vapor. Let's clear the air, Indiana. Don't puff this stuff. Visit don'tpuffthisstuff.com to join the fight and spread the word.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome. It's Southside, Northside High School boys basketball. The Roncalli Royals taking on the Heritage Christian Eagles. I'm Charlie Harris. Alongside me is Keith Myers, and we are excited to bring you some Friday night hoops here on the north side of Indianapolis. Roncalli coming into this season. They're 1-0 on the early part of the season, and this broadcast is brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. Boilermakers Local 374 represents highly skilled, highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication throughout the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. Morales Group. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill, why go anywhere else? Large selection of food made from scratch and fairly priced. Highway Safety Services, Highway Safety Services, Inc., an MBE, DBE company, has over 60 years combined experience in traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana. And last but not least, IndianaSRN Sports Page. Follow the sports page every day with updated news from coast to coast. Log on at IndianaSRN.org and click on our tab. And today we have Roncalli and Heritage Christian. It's going to be an exciting one. Keith, Roncalli, they're 1-0, a win against Jennings County, 54-39. They shot the ball tremendously well, 9 of 19 from 3. What can we expect from this Roncalli team? More experience. They had a good year last year, 15-10. What can we expect from the Royals this evening?
Well, Jamie's been around for a while. This is his third year at Roncalli High School. Building his program the way he wants to be. Trey from Heritage Christian, his second year, trying to build his program as well. Both of these teams very good. Roncalli is 17th in 3A. Heritage Christian is 17th in 2A. It is a conference game, so it's a must-win for a lot of these teams. We'll see what happens. Last year, Roncalli beat them 58-42. As you say, experience for Roncalli is the key here, and I'll see that. I think that's a big factor.
Yeah, I certainly agree with you. You look at Roncalli's roster, 4 seniors, 6 juniors, and just 1 sophomore. They have just 1 underclassman on this team. Very top-heavy with seniority, and I think that really bodes well for a team early on in the season when you're trying to figure out your offense, figure out what you do well, what you need to work on. Having 6 juniors and 4 seniors certainly helps at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, and you got to remember, these guys still have their football legs, right?
Yeah.
Just about 3 or 4 weeks ago, these guys were still playing football. So your football legs are still there. You're a little bit out of shape. A lot of people, they're kids. There's a difference. I coached this for a long time. There's a difference between coaching football and basketball, and once you get your legs, and hopefully midway through December, you're not so far down in the wins-loss columns that you have your legs and you'll be ready to play.
It's not often at the beginning of the season you see a team shoot so well. I mean, I know it's just 1 game in, but 9 of 19 from 3, 47%, and their defense was fantastic. Against Jennings County, they held Jennings County to just 14 points at halftime. And so, like you mentioned, just a couple weeks ago, they're playing football. They're on the sidelines in the cold. Now you transition to basketball. It's a huge turnaround. Practices are different. And it's just an exciting time to get conference play started. But when you look at tonight against Heritage Christian, these 2 teams, they've only played a number of times the last 40 years in the same conference, the Circle City Conference. It'll be a competitive matchup tonight.
Yeah, and you mentioned the conference. This is the last time Heritage Christian will play Roncalli as a conference opponent. Heritage Christian moves on to a new conference. Roncalli stays independent. So it'll be very interesting how these teams play. Good shooting. If it's the same, it's contagious.
Yeah, shooting certainly is contagious. You see 2 guys hit a 3, all of a sudden everyone is in the groove feeling it. So hopefully it's an offensive explosion here today. Before we head to break, Roncalli's leading scorer, Connor Kessler, 20 points. He's a junior this year. Last year as a sophomore, just 2.8 points per game. He had 20 in the season opener, so we'll look for him to be a big part of Roncalli this evening. On the flip side, we'll get you covered with some Heritage Christian, what to expect here on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN. This means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
Well, welcome back. Heritage Christian and Roncalli just moments away. Heritage Christian on the season, they're 1-1. The season opener, it was a 3-point loss to Columbus North, and they're coming off a 73-71 win over Covenant Christian. It's interesting, you look at Heritage Christian, 1-1 on the season. They've played in some really tight games this year. Just a 3-point loss the season opener and a 2-point win against Covenant Christian. They have been playing opponents really close early on.
The key to Horizon tonight, Heritage tonight, is limited to turnovers. Had 29 turnovers against Columbus, had 25 against Covenant Christian. They squeak out the 73-71 win. They just need to be balanced. They are home again. They got to be relaxed, and they just need to let the game come to them. I think a lot of times early in this year, in the year, Charlie, you want to expedite everything. Just be patient with the basketball. It doesn't hurt you to have a 35 or 40-second possession.
Yeah.
So I think that if Heritage Christian can stay under control, they'll be in this game. I think this game could be a 4-point game.
Yeah, they've played teams close all season, and Heritage Christian, we mentioned for Roncalli, the seniority for Roncalli, and Heritage Christian, a much different story for these guys. 2 seniors, 5 juniors, and last year to now, Heritage Christian, they lost 9 seniors from last season. So for head coach Trey Granger, it's no easy switch up from last year to this season. You have a lot newer team, a lot of different pieces in your starting lineup, and like you mentioned, the 24 turnovers per game, a point of emphasis and an area for improvement.
Well, you're going to see a lot of both coaches will use their bench. Heritage Christian will play 8 to 9, maybe even 10 kids tonight, just to get the flow. And I think whoever is the hot hand, you ride with them for a while and see if they can carry you over. Again, turnovers is the key. If you eliminate your turnovers, I would rather see you have 15 to 16 turnovers. My teams, when we won games, we limited that to 15 turnovers. We get a W.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over 24 times a game and expect to win at a consistent rate.
So last night we saw a girls' game that had 29 turnovers, and they won by 2 points. So basketball is a stupid sport.
Yeah, basketball, it can get weird. It can get interesting. The leading scorer for Heritage Christian is a man named Caleb Flintz. 2 games in this season, this man is red hot. 20.5 points per game is the sophomore, 10 of 13 from three-point land. This kid is special, and he is a volume shooter. Expect the ball to be in his hands for the majority of this game, and in close situations, they're going to look for a man named Caleb Flint, so we'll see what he can bring to the table.
If he gets the ball behind the arc, it's going to go up. A very good three-point shooter. And in fact, this Heritage Christian Ball Club shoots the ball very, very well and shoots a lot of threes.
Yeah, they do. They shoot a lot of threes. In the season opener against Columbus North, they shot the ball 18 times from behind the arc. They hit 10 of them, 56% from 3. In the season opener, 11 of 18 from 3. Their last game against Covenant Christian, they are 58% from 3 2 games into this season. That's just incredible.
That's really good right now. So you're hoping that stays with you, because if you have the night that you're shooting maybe 15 to 17%, then you're going to struggle. So you're going to find ways to win the game. I think the key, if they can go inside out, that might help them tonight.
Yeah. It's not easy to live and die by the 3. So far it's been working, but you need a paint presence to be a complete team. And we will see how both of these teams fare in just a couple of moments. It'll be a national anthem and starting lineups here in just a few moments. We'll send it down to the PA.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600.
Welcome back. Starting tip-off and starting lineups. Just a couple of moments away, and we will send it down to the PA for the starting lineups. And those are your starting lineups. I think an interesting matchup to watch for tonight are the big guys. Joe Taylor for Roncalli. He's 6'8", 210 pounds, the starting center for Roncalli. And there's only one person on Roncalli under 6 foot. They have deceiving height, and they're a strong team, and they are a strong defensive team as well. Last game against Jennings County, like I mentioned, held them to just 14 points at half, so do not underestimate their defensive ability. And the two guys at center court, it's Aiden Lyon for Heritage Christian and Joe Taylor for Roncalli. And just like that, we are underway from Heritage Christian. Roncalli corrals the tip-off, and we are underway.
And Heritage Christian starts out with the man-to-man defense.
Man-to-man to start it on that wing. Kick out baseline, extra pass top, and the 12-foot off the rim offensive rebound. Back up, no good again. Another offensive rebound. And how about Connor Kessler? 2 offensive rebounds, and he got it to go.
Get after it.
Austin Wilhite on this near side with the ball. A little bit of a light press from Roncalli, making their presence known. Wilhite dribbling up top. Finds Flint.
Roncalli goes to man-to-man. This is different for Roncalli.
A lot of on-ball pressure from Roncalli. As here's Kessler, too strong off the back of the rim. Or Flint, rather, and that's Roncalli basketball. Roncalli leads it 2-0. 1 minute in. Pull-up three is good. Luke Green airs it out. And it's 5-0.
Nice start here for Roncalli.
Cutting up the middle, the layup and floater is good for Brody Sutton.
That's what they need to do. Open man, get to the lane, get to the basket.
Roncalli, a lot of ball movement early on the baseline. Extra pass to the corner. The lefty for three, it's good. Luke Green lines up the triple. Catch and shoot, and not a lot of defense on that attempt. No one was there to close out.
Yeah, you got to find your man. You got to find their shooters. You scouted this team, so you know where they're going to go. This is nice defense here by Roncalli.
Caleb Flint down low. Did he travel?
No, he got fouled.
Aiden Lyon is fouled underneath by Joe Taylor on the pick and roll, and they'll take it underneath the basket. But a good start for Roncalli's offense. 2 made threes, and they're controlling the tempo early on. Up top to Flint. He's guarded heavily at the top. He's going to pull up from 3, short off the right side of the rim, and Roncalli's out in transition. Kick out to the open shooter. Errant pass. They keep it alive. And they're going to pass it around the perimeter.
I like how Roncalli didn't have anything, Charlie, and they bring it right back out and set it up.
Yep.
That's great basketball right there.
Not forcing a shot. Here's the pull-up 3. It's nothing but net. The 3 ball is good. That's the 3rd made 3-pointer for Roncalli. That was Connor Kessler from deep. As there's a timeout, a full timeout, Heritage calls it, and we'll take it with them. We'll be back on the flip side on IndianaSRN.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software and then move on. We're here to manage that whole life cycle of not only helping you procure the licensing, but then how do you manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization, so we definitely work as a team from a sales, marketing, and delivery organization, along with our partner ecosystem to help deliver best-of-breed solutions for our partners and customers.
Partners that sell IBM licensing a lot of times are very transactional oriented, and we're here to build relationships with customers, which I think is unique.
Welcome back after the timeout. Heritage trails by 9, and we see that light press from Roncalli affecting the ball handlers.
You know, Roncalli has hit some 3-pointers early, and here's a turnover by Heritage Christian, deflected. But Roncalli is playing a game they want, and making Heritage Christian feel very uncomfortable as you see the kick out here.
Just catch and shoot. It's too easy in the first quarter to give up open looks like that. Caleb Flint in some traffic, kicks it to the corner. It's a made basket. Isaac Arterburn from 3.
He was very evident the other night against Calvin Christian.
Arterburn coming off a 14-point game against Covenant.
He was our player of the game last Tuesday night.
And he gets himself going with that 3. They get it down low to Taylor, and a whistle. Looks like a foul underneath on Aiden Lyon. As you take a look at that replay, Flint in traffic kicks it out to his partner, and that gets the student section a little rowdy, a little riled up, as there's a basket made underneath on the inbound. And a quick response from Roncalli. And I think this tight on-ball pressure is making an impact early on the ball handlers. Arterburn slips it up, kicks out on the wing. Will Hyde dribbling around the screen, gets it back down. Arterburn, the pull-up, too strong. Offensive board, though. They'll kick it out to the baseline. Too strong once again, rebounded by Roncalli.
There's the strength of Roncalli right there. Kept control of the ball. Nice job.
They get it underneath to the 6'8" Joe Taylor, and another foul. That's 2 on Aiden Lyon, the starting center.
You know, you're 6'8", you're 6'8", you're big. You got to front him, and it's really tough. And now here comes
Logan Peters.
Yep, Logan played JV last year, did a really good job. Let's see what he can do today.
They get it down to the big fella. Double teams, keeps it alive, and he goes up with the right hand. Nice, powerful play down low. And it's going to be hard to contain Joe Taylor. 6'8", 210 pounds. A big man basket right there. They're up 10. And they employ that full court press I think they saw Heritage. They love to play fast. They love to put up the three, and this is their way of countering that early on. Arterburn. Whistle blown. Looks like a blocking foul underneath. They'll take it out of bounds. Last game for Roncalli against Jennings County. As a team, they were 47% from three, and they held Jennings County to just 33% shooting overall. The inbound to Flint. Looks up top to Arterburn. He sets his feet and fires short off the front iron. Rebounded by the Royals.
It's one and done for Heritage Christian. Nobody getting the board. Got to get position. Got to crash the boards.
The paint presence has been dominated by Roncalli early on. Screen from Taylor. Hegwood moves to his right. Kick out for three. It's off the side of the backboard. Corralled in by Heritage. And they turn the ball over. It's a fast break. They look underneath. Hegwood. And the layup is missed by Luke Green. Heritage, an opportunity to make this single digits. Caleb Flynn on the drive. Kick out to Arterburn. Almost back-to-back turnovers it is. And it's an easy layup for Connor Kessler. Back-to-back turnovers for Heritage. Like you mentioned, Coach, in the pregame, 24 turnovers per game. That's been a big point of emphasis, and they fall back to their old ways.
I have Kessler for 7 points already tonight. And you got to travel.
Back-to-back turnovers. You see the replay. Flint had it. He lost it. And Kessler with an easy layup. Transition points are the easiest points you will get in a basketball game. And if you limit those, you give yourself a better chance.
You're right. Under 2 minutes.
2 minutes to play, first quarter. The Royals lead by 12, and they're looking to go inside out. Tipped loose by Logan Peters. It stays with Roncalli. Heritage Christian last year, they went 12-12, 500. They ended the season on a 5-game losing streak. As here's a spot-up three. That's good from Joe Taylor, the big fella. He gives their squad a 15-point lead. Not often you see 6'8" spot up on an inbound. Three-pointer no good. Roncalli out in transition. Up top, lining it up is Kessler. Does he have it? He does. Oh boy, 10 points for Kessler, and it's another forced timeout. And we will take it. We will stay with you, 23-5. And Coach, what is it from Heritage that we need to see?
Ball control, but I think you also got crashed boards.
Crash the boards, and this broadcast brought to you by Reynolds Farm Equipment. Reynolds Farm Equipment is a leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in and throughout Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give a call today, 317-849-0810. It's Reynolds Farm Equipment, a proud sponsor for IndianaSRN. And 90 seconds or so left in this first period, 23-5. Roncalli.
This is the quarter you want if you're Roncalli.
They've dominated in the paint. They've rebounded. And the on-ball pressure from full court has also helped. And they'll do it again. It's Austin Wilhite bringing it up the floor. Caleb Flint. Pull up deep two. It's no good. Too strong. Rebounded by Joe Taylor. Transition three ball just off the mark, and it's rebounded the other way. Eli Nix on the board. Kick out to Flint. Can he line one up? Just off the mark. And Roncalli's got it under a minute.
Look at the big fella running the floor. That's a 6'8" dude running the floor.
That's what you want to see. Going up with the right hand. No good. And Heritage corrals it. Oh, no.
And then you throw the ball away.
No.
Wow.
Yep. That's the 5th turnover in the first quarter. Unforced errors are a killer, aren't they?
Yes, sir. And now you're looking for someone to step up. Hickey just checking into the ball game.
Checking in, and Hudson Hickey, the senior, one of 2 seniors on Heritage Christian, and Hudson Hickey is one of them. They inbound it up top. Connor Kessler has it. 10 points already for Connor. Noah Schmaltz. They're going to slow the pace down. Look to find a high percentage look. Gets a screen from Taylor. Trying to drive his way inside. And it's knocked loose by Hudson Hickey. It stays with Roncalli. Good defense from Heritage on this final possession.
Nice effort by Hickey.
Could have been an easy 3-ball from Roncalli. 17 seconds. Roncalli looks like they're going to hold it for the final shots. Bringing it across the timeline is Noah Schmaltz. Underneath to Luke Baker. Corner 3, too strong. Off the mark from Kessler. Offensive board. It's snatched away by Eli Nix. And that does it for quarter number 1. 23-5, a commanding lead for Roncalli. We'll be back after this on IndianaSRN.
Piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements and top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com. Get a gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
Today's broadcast brought to you by Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. As a prestige healthcare company, Passion to Care is driven by decades of expertise and a drive to go above and beyond. Call us today at 317-537-1811, Passion to Care. 18-point lead for Roncalli. They are in the driver's seat. Hudson Hickey with the basketball. It's knocked loose. Roncalli with the ball. They're going to push the pace. Connor Kessler knocked away again, that time by Caleb Flint. Gavin Schonk, he goes up with the left hand. A nice transition bucket for Gavin Schonk, the junior. Roncalli's offense back at work. Luke Baker up top. And Roncalli getting into their half-court offense. Knocked loose away by Schonk once more. And that's over and back. Piper Logistics. For more than 2 decades, the seasoned professionals at Piper Logistics have consistently been the trusted allies for all your inventory management, warehousing fulfillment, and transportation needs. We stand as your comprehensive logistics partner. Ride with us. Call us today, 317-396-1023. It's Piper Logistics, proud sponsor for IndianaSRN. Heritage trying to get their offense in rhythm. It's been difficult. Roncalli, they've played tough defense. Caleb Flint, top of the key, picks up his dribble. Back out to a cutting Schonk. We'll get it to the corner. Corner 3, it's nails. Hudson Hickey drills the tray ball.
Better ball movement for Heritage Christian this quarter.
You're going to have to pass the ball around, find open looks. Can't be ISO ball as a whistle is blown, an offensive foul.
Nope, timeout.
Oh, a timeout rather. Timeout Roncalli as they lead 13. Morales Group Staffing. We're in business to create a better future for you, for your family, and for the community we share. We can match you with the right career of hire, the right candidate for your company. Call us today, 317-472-7600. It's Morales Group Staffing. And we'll take a quick break after the timeout. It's Roncalli Heritage in a 13-point game.
To you.
Well, it's a 5-0 run for Heritage. They've cut it to 13. And they're hoping to stifle some of this offense. The layup no good. Rebounded by Eli Nix, and he's out in transition. Gavin Shonk's got it underneath, and a blown whistle. It'll be 2 shots. Heritage, Keith, they're moving the ball. They're getting now to the free throw line.
Yeah, they're moving the ball a little bit better. They're a little bit under control. They're rebounding the ball. They're shooting the ball well. We'll see what happens here.
Easing some of the nerves as Shonk is at the free throw line. It's no good. Today's broadcast brought to you by Dynamark. Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shops for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. Second free throw is good. Call Dynamark at 317-328-2555. 23-11. Roncalli still a commanding lead. And they've went away from Joe Taylor, who's had a big night underneath as Heritage forces a turnover. Shonk on the dribble drive. They get it back up top, and they'll reset the offense. That defense, though, it's not going away. Roncalli, they're blitzing screens. And the 3 ball from Eli Nix off the mark, rebounded by the Royals. Up top from Joe Taylor. Does he have 2 more? Fight for the basketball. It's out of play. Heritage basketball. And catching a break there after the miss from Joe Taylor. Heritage still very much in this game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Playing very well. Have outscored them 6-0 in this quarter.
The defensive intensity has increased for Heritage. Caleb Flint moving around the screen. Picks up his dribble. And we'll get it back up top. Hudson Hickey with the ball. Gives it to Shonk. Kick out to Hickey. Dribble drive. And it's knocked loose. And a forced turnover. How about that leaping play for Will Hegwood? And it's turned over once again. Back in Heritage's possession. And oh my goodness. Going back the other way.
Battle of turnovers right now.
Both teams going 90 miles an hour.
We talked about this in pregame show. Take your time, take your possessions, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Both teams moving at rapid speed. As Roncalli looks to get their first points of the second quarter. Luke Green with the basketball. And a whistle is blown. Looks like a charge. It'll go towards Heritage Christian. That was Gavin Shonk drawing the charge. How about that? Drawing a charge for your team. Getting some momentum.
Green was out of control, and there you go.
We still see that full court press from Roncalli. And it's proving to be difficult. It's definitely making an impact on Heritage's Caleb Flint. Flint, who Scored 17 points against Covenant last game and scored 24 points in the season opener. He's held to just 2 points so far in this first half. Hudson Hickey with the basketball. Under 4. We'll give it to Schonk. Still working their way around the perimeter, looking for a good shot. It's on the baseline, driving towards the big man, Joe Taylor, and it's knocked out of bounds. Stays with Heritage. Subbing in for Heritage is the point guard, Austin Wilhite. He was a starter, and he's back in the game. They get the inbound to Logan Peters, who gives it up to Flint. Flint's going to rise up from 3. It's blocked. Roncalli going right to left. Still looking for their first points. They'll get it down low. And it's knocked loose. Stays with Heritage. The difference between the first and second quarter has been tremendous in Heritage's defense. They're still having trouble scoring the ball, but the defense has been much, much better. This looks like a set play. Luke Green on the drive, and he's fouled. It's a blocking foul called on number 25, Caleb Flint. Roncalli slowing the pace down. It's in the hands of Will Hegwood, the 6'1 sophomore. He gets it back, trying to drive on the baseline. He gets it back to the top of the key. On the drive is Connor Kessler. It's out of bounds. And once again, it stays with Roncalli. Taking it on the inbound is Kessler. And he'll drive with the left hand. A nifty move from Will Hegwood, going up with a non-dominant hand to give his team a nice, comfortable 14-point lead.
And the first 2 points.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year. IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. You know, donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program, with our reach. Maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, and which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation, or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler Mission. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner, come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience on a great budget. We've got incredible specials, great service. Today's dish that we're going to highlight is going to be our Aspen Blue Sirloin. It is, again, our premium Black Angus certified beef, and we top that with the blue cheese crust. Again, everything that we do here is made from scratch, and it's no different from our steaks. We hand cut all our steaks in-house. So our team back there, it's just an incredible team. Everything that they do, they take so much pride in. They put a little bit of themselves into everything that they do over here, especially since it is a made from scratch concept. We want everybody to come, visit us, enjoy some great food with some great service. Bring your friends, bring your family, come have some great food, have a great time with us with some of the best comfort scratch food.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all their reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Hello and welcome back to the action. It's halftime between Heritage Christian and Roncalli, a commanding 29-12 lead at the half. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Officially Human. Our mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the fields and courts. Do your part, practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. So, Coach, 29-12. Roncalli, they're in the driver's seat. They were outscored 7-6 in the second period, but overall they've just been more physical.
A lot more physical. Heritage Christian just not getting shots to fall. But a good sign of the second quarter outscoring Roncalli. But, you laid that 23 spot in the first quarter. You tend to have a bad quarter. You're okay. We'll see what kind of pressure Heritage Christian will put on Roncalli in the second half.
Yeah, in that first quarter, Roncalli, they were on fire. Connor Kessler, he had 10 points in that first quarter alone. And that second period, Heritage, we saw an increase in the defensive intensity. They were forcing turnovers. They were rebounding. They still find themselves down 17, but they got 16 minutes left to work with, and we are back, and we are ready for the second half. They got it to Joe Taylor to start it off. Roncalli, a nice rocker step. Kick out to the baseline. It's a wide open three, and it's buried by none other than Connor Kessler. He's got 13 and sets the tone out of the gate here in half number 2. Down low. Out for 3. It's good. The response from Isaac Arterburn, his second triple of the ball game, and 2 quick 3-pointers to start the third quarter. A nice give and go, and the layup falls. It's Connor Kessler once again, 5 straight points.
He's just kept him at bay tonight. He is applying for that player of the game.
That's a good way to put it. As here's a charge. We're going the other way, and guess who, Coach? Connor Kessler draws the charge. It's Roncalli basketball.
Setting an example, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Leading by example, and that last on the give and go. He passes it to Joe Taylor and immediately cuts to the basket for a high percentage look. He's just got great game sense, and he's got 15 points. As we await some substitutions at center court. The offense, they've came out flying here in the third quarter. The second quarter was a much different story. Both offenses couldn't get anything going. But like you mentioned, the 23 spot in the first quarter has really helped the Royals of Roncalli. Back up top. Driving it on the near side. They kick it out to Luke Green. Tries to penetrate.
There's the big fella.
They get it down to Taylor. The double team doesn't matter. Is there a travel? Is it a travel?
No, they called a foul here.
It looks like, so they call a foul, and it looks like it's on the floor. Nope. I stand corrected. It's a travel on Joe Taylor. Roncalli's big man took too many steps, and is that an adjustment? They sent an immediate double?
What I think was very interesting, both officials got together. He said, my whistle came first. I got travel. But, it's the foot speed there. You gotta get it to him a little bit earlier in the post.
The triple too strong from Flint. Offensive rebound, though, and he's fouled awfully quick. A nice offensive rebound from Aiden Lyon, the 6'6 junior, after the Caleb Flint miss. And Caleb Flint has struggled thus far. It's been tough to score on Roncalli's physical defense as Flint has the basketball once again. Gives it up top to Arterburn. They're floating it around the perimeter. They finally get it down low to Lyon. Takes 2 dribbles, and he is fouled. Joe Taylor commits the foul, and Lyon heads to the free throw line. Welcome back to the action. 34-15, almost midway through the third period, and Roncalli still up by a lot. 34 points on the docket for the Royals, and they're looking to continue the damage. It's Connor Kessler, the leading scorer, bringing it up top. Not forcing any look. They get it down low to Luke Green. The kick out extra pass. The triple is nothing but net. Noah Schmaltz lines it up. Good ball movement.
Roncalli just came to play basketball tonight. And, you know, the shots aren't falling for Heritage Christian. There's a three. And, you know, they shot so well. There were 3-point baskets in the last two games. We talked about it. If it goes away, you're going to struggle to get points.
Yeah, we talked about it. They lived and died by the three. Here's another one. Kessler, oh my goodness.
He's just unconscious.
On the road in the heart of Heritage Christian, and he lines up his fourth triple. 40-16. That's a Heritage timeout. Today's broadcast brought to you by Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else for delicious food? If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you've got to try Aspen Creek Grill. If you're looking for amazing fresh food and servers that genuinely care about service, you won't be disappointed. Call Aspen Creek Grill now at 866-885-3249. Wheeler Mission, for over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. Call your volunteer today, 317-686-6239. Wheeler Mission, a proud sponsor for IndianaSRN.
You know, I've been in huddles as Coach Trey has been in. Kids are looking at you. Their shots aren't falling. They don't understand what's going on. You got to love them. You got to coast them back in. And now what you try to do is let's just win the quarter. We may not win the game, but let's just finish and win the quarters.
Yeah. Keeping composure is hard when another team goes on runs like that. Cross-court pass, it's knocked loose by Kessler. Roncalli, they have just hit. I like what you said. They just came to play basketball today. They look like an organized group. They're making the right plays. They're hitting shots. Their offense is in rhythm.
Well, they're big, too. I mean, they're big, strong, and right now it's the veteran showing the young kids how to play basketball.
It's true, yeah. 10 upperclassmen for Roncalli, and that's proving to be the difference. Pull-up jumper from Flint, just off. He's had a rough go of it tonight. Great score. And now in the hands of Roncalli, they'll slow the pace down.
And this is exactly what you want to do if you're Roncalli. You got the lead. Take your time, run your offense, and give it to your big man. Oh, score, big man.
Offensive rebound. It's up, and it's good. He picked up the rebound and dropped it in. Did the 6'8". Joe Taylor. 42-16. Heritage trying to get to the 20 mark on the scoreboard. Backing him down is Lyon. The double comes, and he can't get the tough layup to drop. In transition are Roncalli. We'll slow it down. Luke Green has it.
Green looked to shoot the three-pointer and go, well, better not.
The floater is off. Snatched again by Roncalli, and offensive rebound.
And you see the loose balls. Who's getting the loose balls?
Connor Kessler misses the triple. And yeah, everyone diving for loose balls, crashing the boards. That's a sign of a disciplined basketball team, Coach.
Disciplined basketball team who's been coached very well. As we talk, it's in his third year. He's developing a program that he wants to establish and hustle and go and get scrappy, and they've definitely been scrappy tonight.
Yeah, they have looked scrappy in every single quarter. Even when shots aren't falling, that defense has been there every part and every possession. Nice dribble move, though, top of the key. Flint trying to find some space. And something I've noticed from Roncalli, they're blitzing ball screens. They are not letting the ball handlers dribble into open space. They are meeting them in every which way.
The other thing is Heritage Christian needs to dribble with their heads up. The head is down a little bit. Your defense is going to come and get you.
Flint takes it under the basket. Inbound to Lyon. Up top to Brody Sutton. Foul call. It's a block, and it stays with Heritage.
Baker on the foul.
Luke Baker, 6'2 junior for Roncalli, commits the blocking foul. As here's Aiden Lyons. Oh, almost a turnover. It's in the hands of Flint. He'll pull the deep three, and my goodness, NBA range, he got it.
They needed that basket, and he needed that basket.
Caleb Flint, a much-needed basket. And Flint, he's had a quiet night today, but he's averaging 20 points per game for Heritage 2 games in. Is the junior. As a foul is called, it'll be on the ground. You take a look at this.
This is deep.
Man. And shooter shoot. You don't want to lose confidence. And Caleb Flint.
You don't want to play horse with Chuck. He'll drill you.
I believe you. Under 3 to go. You see, interesting set out of bounds. They get it to Taylor initially. And the floater too strong. Nice rebound underneath. Shank has it in transition. The pass to the baseline, too much mustard.
Right idea. He had the shooter at the baseline. A little strong.
It was Eli Nix that couldn't corral it. A really impressive pass to get it there. Kind of whipped it with his left hand. Double screen. It's the play up top. Nearly turned over. And it is. It's turned over. Caleb Flint was in the mix, forcing that. They tried to. It looked like an alley-oop to Joe Taylor. The pass was too low. Checking out for Roncalli is Connor Kessler, the leading scorer with 15 points. Kessler, he put up 20 points in the season opener, where he was 4 of 7 from 3.
See the standing around there, Charlie? You just don't want to stand.
Tough shot from 3 on the catch and shoot.
And he was rushed for that shot.
Yep, didn't set his feet, couldn't get his feet set below him. They'll get it back down to the paint. Forced the turnover. Heritage in transition. Eli Nix. Oh, he double dribbled. That's frustrating.
Well, because you see the ball, you see the lane, and you just go, I'm going to do it, and then it's just been one of those nice nights for Heritage.
I mean, they forced the turnover, good defense, and just can't turn defense into offense. They got Gavin Shank playing full court pressure. Inside, they get it back out to Luke Green. He's wide open. Too strong. Rebounded by Noah Dearman. Flint gets it to Nix. Nix pump fakes up top for 3. No good. Off the iron from Gavin Shank.
They have made 2 3-point baskets tonight.
Yes, they have. Ball screen. They'll bring it back up top. $1:15 left.
Oh.
It's a reach.
Don't reach. Move your feet. I think this could be Shank's 3rd foul.
Gavin Shank, the junior, commits the reach in. It's fouls like that, like you said, slide your feet. As here's the inbounds play up with the left hand, and really a nice seal by Noah Schmaltz. Able to stand his ground. As there's a foul 90 feet from the basket.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Really nice job on the inbounds play from Noah Schmaltz. Boxing out his defender, nice seal, and he went up with the left hand. Just really sound basketball from Roncalli.
Heritage will be shooting the bonus the rest of the 1 minute to play in this 3rd quarter.
Flint's first free throw was good. Today's broadcast brought to you by Make a Difference. Help us put more student athletes on TV by logging on to IndianaSRN.org, directing your donation to a specific school, or hit the donate button. More games, more opportunity for our kids. IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat. Back the other way, Roncalli. Looking for a backdoor cut, and it's Gavin.
Oh,
it's Caleb Flint. He's all over it. He gets a screen, some space with the right-handed floater. No good, too strong.
What I would like him to do, since we're in the numbers, take the ball back, set up your offense, and just chop at the lead.
It's been tough to chip away at this lead. They haven't been able to find consistent offense as there's a foul underneath. Joe Taylor will head to the free throw line.
Fouls on Peters, his first.
Logan Peters, the center.
I like how Logan Peters plays. Got to keep your feet right there, but you're a big guy. You're straight up and down. Keep your feet. You're going to do fine.
First free throw up and good. A nice swish. Highway Safety Services. Services, you do what you do. We'll keep you safe doing it. Contact Highway Safety Services at 765-446-1502 as Taylor knocks in the second one to let you know it's not a fluke. This is what I do.
You're exactly right. Good point.
Kick out for three. Set his feet. Can he get it? He
Got
does.
it.
Noah Dearman, his first points of the ball game. And a confidence-boosting three for Heritage as they give up a wide-open layup to end the third quarter. It was Eli Locke to end the buzzer, and it's a 48-24 lead at the end of the third period here on IndianaSRN.
Big play here for Mount Vernon. Hurdle looking right, now over the middle, fires, and it's in there for a touchdown. What a throw. Boy, what a stick, huh? Side out, back to the middle, and guess what? You want a point on the other side, you go to Taylor Lewis.
Here's Freeman. Has an opening shot. Score!
Stafford around a screen. Skip pass. Mays with three. Mays drive. Floater up and in at the horn.
Hand off, and nice hole over the near side. 40, 35, 30. Block to the outside. 20, 15, 10, 5, and touchdown. And that's a big one right there. And finally, somebody gets on the board.
Welcome back. It's the final frame between Roncalli and Heritage Christian here in the Circle City Conference. What can we expect in quarter number 4?
Well, you got a 24-point lead if you're Roncalli. Play like you have been. Play under control. Take some time off the clock, and continue to play defense. If you're Heritage, try to win this quarter. Just try to win this quarter.
Do the small things. As there's a foul, Noah Dearman will head to the line, and he's had some productive minutes. He hit a three near the end of that third quarter. He's able to get a dribble drive, send himself to the free throw line. Dearman's got 3 points. The first free throw is good. Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. Call him today for coverage tomorrow. Call Family Source Insurance at 317-894-7000 as Dearman misses the second free throw. Trying to get it down low is Roncalli, and nice perimeter defense from Heritage. Here's Kessler on the drive, scoops it with the right hand, no good, and it's Heritage basketball. Nice contest from Heritage.
Nice defense, yep.
And that was Noah Dearman on the contest. Not making it easy on Connor Kessler. Looks like a set play coming up. It's Hudson Hickey up top. We'll get it to Dearman. Dearman stops. A Dirk fadeaway, it's no good. That's a tough shot off one leg. They'll apply some pressure up near the 27-foot line.
Roncalli's
it's off the knees. Turnover.
big fella got to be secure with the hands. Most of my big guys had great feet, didn't have great hands. got to look that ball in.
And when you hit a growth spurt in 6 months, sometimes it's difficult.
That's true.
Here's Dearman up top, picks up his dribble. No one coming to the ball. Finally, Hudson Hickey does. Back to Dearman. He's going to drive with the right hand, goes up, double teamed, and he loses it. It's blocked.
See how relaxed they are, come back.
Right, yes. Open three-pointer. It's good. Luke Feldman lines up the triple, and they get Roncalli up to the 50 mark. 51-25. They're up 26.
Everybody's joining the three party.
A scoop layup. It's denied by Luke Baker. If you see that three, Feldman, set your feet for the student section.
Today's broadcast is copywritten by production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of video without express permission from IndianaSRN in the IHSAA is strictly prohibited.
As there was a nice alley-oop on the inbound to Aiden Lyon. Kessler, good feet underneath. He throws it, and it's loose, picked up by Heritage. Hudson Hickey on the steal, his second. They get it underneath to Dearman.
Oh, nice.
And another turnover. And you're right, Coach. Heritage out of control. And when you look at Roncalli, they find themselves ease into the offense. They know where they're going with the basketball.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shooting this basketball until I know I have an open layup.
Luke Green on the shot attempt. He's fouled going up with the left hand. That one on Gavin Schonk. Could be his fourth.
Actually, they called that on Hickey.
They got it.
Schonk was lucky that he didn't get called for that. He did reach.
Oh, okay, yep. You see the reach on Hudson Hickey. Luke Green's first free throw is up and good. Luke Green, one of four seniors. Excuse me, it's Noah Schmaltz at the line, and he hits both. Schmaltz has had a couple of threes, a couple of layups. He's in double digits for Roncalli. Here's Hudson Hickey. Double teamed on the screen. They've been blitzing Heritage all night. Nice rocker step. Floater, not enough on it, and it's knocked loose. Stays with Heritage Christian. And a good move to get to the basket, but too short on the layup. Hudson Hickey will take it underneath.
Look outside.
Aiden Lyon has it on the inside, cut up with the left, and Austin Wilhite is fouled. Wilhite last game against Covenant Christian in the 2-point win for Heritage. He had 8 points, 2 of 4 from the field.
See how he aggressively went to the basket? They haven't done that all night long.
No. Yeah, they haven't. I haven't seen a lot of dribble drives to the lane as that free throw is up and good for Wilhite. It's just been tough. It seems like Roncalli's defense, when they blitz the ball screen at the top of the key or on the perimeter, the ball handlers, it just seems like they're having a hard time getting to the basket.
You're right. Because you're moving your feet on defense.
Yeah. Roncalli very sound defensively tonight. In their season opener, they held Jennings County to 33% shooting. As there's an offensive board from Dearman, he'll go back up with it, and it's up and good. Dearman has been productive.
He's got 3 tonight.
Offensive rebound, and he puts it in. 23-point deficit. They tried to feed it down low to Taylor.
Bad turnover. Catch the ball.
As here's the rebound.
Look at this. This is just determination.
Yeah.
A little bit kiss off the backboard.
A little kiss. Yep. Dearman, I mean, that was a nice touch off the rim. Nice, strong rebound. You want to see more of that. That three, too strong. Rebounded by Joe Taylor.
Again, only 2 3-pointers on the night for Heritage Christian, and that is their game.
Yep. perimeter defense has been very tough from Roncalli. That's a bit of trying to hit the ball to start dribbling, and that's a timeout for Roncalli. We'll take it with them, 53-30 here on IndianaSRN.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt, it's not a game.
Insulting referees, it's not a game.
Threatening officials, it's not a game.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes, it's not a game.
Violent language in the stands, it's not a game.
Verbal abuse from the sideline, it's not a game.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot, it's not a game.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian. They trail by 23. Their offense has been finding better and better looks, but a nice feed underneath. The layup falls for Noah Schmaltz. And a nice set play out of the timeouts as Kessler tries to save it just out of bounds. Almost a turnover. Really nice set play out of that timeout to find Noah Schmaltz open in the paint.
Roncalli held Jennings County to 39.
Yeah.
They have Heritage here at 30 with 3:55 to play. This could be 2 nights in a row they've held their opponent less than 40 points.
Which is
That's pretty impressive.
Especially the first 2 games of the season.
Yes, sir.
You don't know your lineups. You don't know who you go to for certain situations yet as that one falls by Austin Wilhite on the jumper. But impressive, the first 2 games, really disciplined defense. It's impressive what Roncalli's done to start the year as the ball is loose and it stays with Roncalli. Is there definitely a real chance to hold back-to-back teams under 40?
Tomorrow night, Roncalli takes on Shortridge at Shortridge, and Heritage Christian is at Chittard on the 13th, which is next Friday night.
The shot underneath, too strong by Joe Taylor. Offensive rebound, and he throws it behind half court. It's over and back.
Little sloppy play here now, Roncalli, late in the game.
I've noticed in the second half, when they try to feed it to Joe Taylor, Heritage has done a really good job of countering that.
Yeah, collapsing, because early in the first half, especially in the first quarter, that was their go-to.
Yeah, that first quarter, it was
the Joe Taylor show.
It really was, and Heritage adjusted in that way, but as an offense, still some undisciplined areas. Under 3 to play.
The other thing that you look at this is, and you tell your coaching staff tomorrow morning and your kids when you go into practice, you're only 3 games in your season. You have 17 more to play.
Yeah.
Let's improve each week because you want to play the best week in the sectional playoffs.
Long way to go before that point. And when you're at the very start of a season, you're nowhere near the team you will be after New Year's, a couple months down the road.
I had a team, Charlie, who won a state championship that when it came to the last part of the season, it wasn't the same 5 that started the season with me.
Yeah, so it's figuring out the different lineups.
Knowing your role.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a huge part of winning teams. Is you're playing for the greater good of the team instead of yourself as the individual.
Fouls on Hickey.
Hudson Hickey on the reach-in.
Don't forget to stay with our post-game show brought to you by Morales Group. We'll have the player of the game, and also we'll have a lot more for Piper Logistics player of the game.
Another foul on Hudson Hickey.
That's his 3rd foul, and Hudson's playing a little aggressive.
Hudson, as he fouled Connor Kessler of Roncalli, and he's getting stretched on the near side. We'll hope Kessler is okay. As we'll take a short break, we hope everything's okay. 55-32, Roncalli. We'll be back.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years.
Welcome back to Heritage Christian. Some Southside, Northside hoops here on a Friday night, and Roncalli has won this battle thus far. Under 2 to play. Down low, it's stolen in the hands of Hudson Hickey, trying to push the pace, and they'll slow it down up top. They got it to Dearman. He takes the mid-range shot. It's too short, but there he is, Hudson Hickey, an offensive rebound. Good effort from the senior. Nick Dearman, kick out. The 3-ball lined up. It's no good. Carter Gallion missed the triple.
2 of 15 from three-point land tonight.
Sheesh. Live and die by the 3. That's been the story of Heritage's offense 3 games in. And they really have done a tremendous job.
Coach is clearing the bench.
He's seen enough.
Carter Stitzman's in the game. 6'4", 11th grade. Plays defensive end on the football team. He will definitely make a hole for you.
No.
Oh, they want to give him the ball.
It's not always the prettiest thing when a defensive end's playing defense in a basketball game.
I tell you what, when you have two football schools, it's a lot of fun watching the game.
Dearman kicks it out and it's stolen underneath on transition is Roncalli going up with the layup, and Carter Sitzman drops it home. 30 seconds left. Pulling up from 3, and he nails it, is Noah Dearman. Dearman with confidence nails the triple, their 3rd triple of the game. And Roncalli to put this one on ice. They get it to the big fella.
He got
Carter
his 2 points.
Sitzman got his 2 points.
He'll tell everybody in the whole entire game he shot the winning basket.
The end one opportunity just before time expires, and it'll be Noah Dearman at the free throw line. We said his name a lot in the second half as you see the replay.
Well, Stitzman now is in the scorebook for a foul, 2 points.
A foul already.
And he just had his career.
Oh, man.
And he's talking on the foul line.
Yeah, he's feeling himself. He's having fun.
Oh, yeah. That's what it's all about.
There's that step back 3 from Dearman. It's a tough shot. The second free throw for Noah. Too strong. Offensive glass. And that is the ball game. Roncalli takes down Heritage in a conference matchup. 59-36. And it was the 23 spot in the first quarter that set the tone. And that will do it. 59-36, your final score for Keith Myers. I'm Charlie Harrison. We'll be back for post-game coverage in a few minutes here on SRN.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
It's the Morales Group post-game show. We're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Thank you for Morales Group. Halftime, a final score, 59-36. It was the Roncalli show. 23 points in the first quarter. And, Charlie, they never looked back. A very good ball game for the Roncalli Royals.
Yeah, Roncalli, it was really that first quarter. They set the tone. They were up 23-5 after the first 8 minutes. And you could tell it's a clear difference. Their offense, they had a system they knew. They have an experienced team, and they had playmakers, and they made plays. They made the right decisions, limited turnovers, and it was a really impressive offensive showing.
And the biggest playmaker they have is our Piper Logistics player of the game, and that's Mr. Connor Kessler. You see his stats right there, 18 points and 6 assists. Piper Logistics player of the game. Him and his ball club now are 2-0 as they head to Shortridge tomorrow. Heritage Christian drops to 1-2. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more for you on our postgame show.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to our Morales Group post-game show. Let's look at other games going on. Tomorrow we will be heading down to Seymour. It's our first time down to Seymour as Franklin Community takes on Seymour. That's tomorrow night at 7:30. Other action Monday on December 9th, our first trip to George Washington High School as they take on Fadum Academy. On Tuesday night, Heritage Christian taking on Covenant Christian in girls basketball, and Fountain Central and Traders Point. On next Friday night, Pendleton Heights taking on Mount Vernon. And next Saturday, our HCAC coverage continues as we have 3 big games for you. Our college game, Anderson Rose Holman, doubleheader. Then Cecina taking on Covenant Christian in a doubleheader. And Eminence taking on Providence Crystal Ray in a doubleheader. All next Saturday for you right here on IndianaSRN. For Charlie, for Chuck, and for Jack, I'm Coach. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time on IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.